My God. Poison. I ate the same meal. Albert prepared it.
Ah, yes, sir. That's what he told me. May I ask, sir, how you feel?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I was at the airport. Home. No ill effects.
And then you came directly here, sir?
Yes, sir. You said Albert cooked that.
Delicious. And it's all in the basil and the garlic. Oh, I see what you mean, sir. Albert the poison. Oh, I doubt that very much, sir. When we brought him in to question him, he became very indignant. He grabbed a knife and fork. He started to eat everything in sight. He's in perfect health, sir.
And the boy, Mario?
As I understand it, he didn't eat. I wonder why the mussels that you buy in the store never turn out this way. Oh, I do a little cooking, sir, nothing fancy. Mrs. Columbo, she's a remarkable woman. She has lots of interest. But cooking isn't one of them. She gives me plenty of encouragement. Feeling better, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Well, what I was going to ask you, sir. Did you say you went to the airport tonight?
Yes, to meet a friend.
And then you came right here?
No, Lieutenant. The call from the police didn't reach me until I returned home.
And how long would you say it took you to get from your home to here?
I came immediately. From the phone call to my arrival, about 8 minutes. Is this important, Lieutenant?
Not at all, sir. Just for my report. As I understand it, sir, you left without finishing your dinner.
Yes, fortunately.
And before the victim showed any effects from the poison?
Well, yes.
Mr. Gerard, I want to thank you for your help.
Oh, I'm pleased to do what I can.
Oh, there's just one other thing. The victim's appointment book. He had you down for dinner at 8.
Yes.
And the entry before that, at 4 o'clock, was for a meeting with an M. Shoy and an M. Duval. Do those names mean anything to you, sir?
M. Shoy would be Mary Shoy. She owns the house at Shoy.
And M. Duval, who would that be?
Max Duval, the owner of Chez Duval. Vittorio knew them both, but I don't see how this meeting could be of any importance.
Well, it probably isn't, sir, but Vittorio thought it was. He has the entry heavily outlined with 4 exclamation points after it.
That's odd.
Well, what's even odder is he did the same thing with your name. And he drew a circle and an arrow.
It's bizarre.
Linking your name to theirs.
It's pretty bizarre.
Do you know, sir, any reason that he might have marked his book that way?
No, none. I must say, it's very strange.
I know you're going to be very glad to hear this, sir. I got the poison report back from the lab. They still don't know what kind of poison it was that killed your friend Vittorio. But they found out it wasn't in the food. It was in the wine.
The wine? That's extraordinary. Why should I be glad to hear that the poison was in the wine?
Well, don't you see, sir? That immediately strikes you right off my list of suspects. According to the boy, Vittorio didn't even open the bottle until after you left.
I wasn't aware that I was on your list of suspects, Lieutenant. I must say I find all this very puzzling.
By the way, the night Victoria died, you never did intend to eat his whole meal, did you, sir?
What makes you say that?
Well, the appointment book, sir, Mr. Rossi had you down for 8 o'clock.
I arrived at 8 o'clock.
But then you went to the airport later on.
To pick up Mr. Ossi?
Mr. Oso says that he came in on the movie flight. And according to the airline schedule, sir, the only movie flight arrived at 8:55. And since you planned to meet that plane, Mr. Gerard, there is no way that you could have enjoyed an entire meal and still got to the airport in 55 minutes. So you knew that you were going to leave early, sir. You never intended to eat Vittorio's dinner.
Lieutenant. Guilty. I was going to make some excuse to Vittorio. As it turned out, I didn't have to.
You see this, sir?
Yes.
Well, this hollow needle could also hold a tiny bit of poison, probably injected with a hypodermic syringe. And that's what the killer prepared, sir. He took an opener identical to the one that Vittorio used, and he put poison in the needle. And he took that opener with him to the dinner. And at an opportune time, he switched the openers. So when Vittorio was by himself in the kitchen, and the boy was showing you to the door, Vittorio used the switched opener to poison his own wine. You understand, sir?
Lieutenant, I regret to tell you that I understand all too well.
It was a terrific scheme, sir. Your only mistake was coming back the next night so that you could switch back the openers, so we couldn't find any trace of poison. And that was right after Albert put in the fresh cartridge.
Brilliantly deduced. Shall we drink to your successful solution of the case?
I couldn't have done it, sir, without your help.
On the other hand, there remains a matter of proof.
Oh, I can't prove any of this, sir. But it did bother me that there was a poisoned opener around the exact twin of this one. So when I came in here today, I took the trouble of putting a little nick in the top. Right there, sir. But you'll notice there is no nick. See?
Yes?
It must be a different opener.
No question about it.
Ah! I wouldn't, sir. Don't drink. You switch the openers again. But I switched the glasses. That's the poison glass, sir. The glass I was supposed to drink. I'll just keep this for the boys down in the lab. That's what they call proof.
When did you first suspect me?
Well, as it happens, sir, about 2 minutes after I met you.
That can't be possible.
Oh, you made it perfectly clear, sir, the very first night. When you decided to come to the restaurant, directly after you were informed that Victoria was poisoned.
I was instructed to come here by the police.
And you came, sir.
Yes.
After eating dinner with a man that had been poisoned. You didn't go to a doctor. You came because the police instructed you. You didn't go to a hospital. You didn't even ask to have your stomach pumped, Mr. Gerard. That's the damnedest example of good citizenship I've ever seen.